live with ATX Comedy Review. I am ChadO. I got Zach Leboza over here, and there he is. And then I have Mason Smith as our guest today. This is ATX Comedy Review. We're talking about what happened last week in comedy, and so happens that we actually have an employee from the Comedy Mothership fucking in our presence today.
I wish, dude.
No, you're not. I thought you were.
No, my co-host got it.
Oh, your co-host got it. Oh, my bad. Look at that. I thought weren't we just talking about today?
Hey,
do your research, man.
I am a door guy at Vulcan.
Yeah, that doesn't matter anymore. No, nobody wants to talk about EDM anymore. Now,
Congratulations, Nick Sapaglia. He's over there though.
Okay.
Gotta get him on. He's over there.
Yeah. No, I know Nick. I thought you were over there as well. That's cool though.
Not yet.
No. Did you audition for it?
No, I didn't get an audition.
Oh, you even audition for it? Oh,
There'll be more.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. As long as you didn't get turned down for it.
Is this like a mic where I don't have to be?
Yeah.
Be on it?
No, you're good.
Oh, I'm good. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can back up.
Cool.
You can get near.
Yeah, the weed smoking beer mic doesn't. You don't have to be. We're kind of chilled out.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what buttons to push now at this moment. Okay, we're good.
Well, it's probably because we're smoking these bags of weed.
Well, yeah, I just don't do this that often on the button pushing. Usually April's my button pusher, and it's the last 2 times I've had to do this, and I'm getting better at it, But yeah, man. So you are at Vulcan. Vulcan was a great home for us up until this last week for Kill Tony, man.
Yeah.
We were there. I was there every week for the last 30 something weeks, and I know this guy's been here since July, fucking doing it. So that's been a really cool home and a really cool place for us. How long were you a door? Have you been a door guy there?
I started there right before Halloween.
Here, but you do have to turn your mic towards you though.
It's like backwards.
There you go.
Is that
Yeah,
better?
now we can hear you.
Yeah, I started. Oh, now I can hear myself. Better.
Yeah.
I started there right before Halloween in October 2021.
Oh wow. So you've been there for a while then.
Yeah.
So you're like the door guy, huh?
Yeah, me and I think the person that's been there longer than me is only Munford.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought last time I saw him, I didn't think he was.
Yeah, I think Munford's and Marcus. Marcus has been there, but he's a bar back now.
That's cool. Munford is a cool guy. He was supposed to be on here, but he had car troubles and.
Oh, dude, he's still in the midst of it.
Yeah. So, but he's gonna come up first week of April, I believe.
Cool.
So,
yeah, he's the best.
If the car gets
check out our show, Midnight Mass at Vulcan, April 28th.
Right on, Midnight Mass. So it's the two of you. Just, or you got anybody else on that show, or?
Oh no, it's like our show, but like we're just like doing it together,
Okay.
But it's a showcase. Like we're booking, we got people booked.
Okay, that's cool, man. And when you book somebody, what do you look for when you're trying to find?
Well, right now I'm trying to return the favor to a lot of people who booked me. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to get through that at the moment.
Yeah, once you get something going, and then you can be like, hey, all these guys gave me the step up,
Yeah.
so now I gotta.
Yeah, because I got a
figure it
lot
out.
of people who were booking me when like no one would even really consider it.
That's awesome. So return the favor. You have a stage now. Yeah, Vulcan stage is a pretty awesome stage to be on too.
Yeah, and what another cool thing lately, we've been getting to do a lot of random, just like out of nowhere door guy shows. Like last night, we didn't have anything booked for the midnight show because we had Rocky Dale Davis did 2 shows last night. Awesome. And then no midnight show, so they came up to us and asked if we wanted to just do a door guy show.
Oh, nice.
So we just barked, just kind of go outside. It's a free show. Just try to grab. It's South by right now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Was
There's
that
a ton
crazy
of
with
people
that,
outside.
or yeah?
We had about right when it started. I bet we had about 30 people.
30. Okay.
Oh wow. So now are you guys renting the room at that time? Are you paying for
Yeah.
it?
So like Avery went up and started out and hosted it. Avery Carpenter.
Okay.
Who works for Big Laugh. So it was kind of like he kind of hosted it, like started it out, and then we just did shotgun style till about 2:00.
Oh, cool.
So it was a 2-hour show?
No, we didn't start till probably 12:40.
12:40. Okay.
Yeah, and
wow.
we probably ended around 1:50.
Yeah, that's cool though when you can just like be like, oh yeah, free to go.
Let's just put a show together and make it happen.
Yeah, and because all the door guys, like most people that work there are comics.
Yeah.
So it's not like we didn't have anyone that could go on.
That's awesome. That's a cool way to pull that together.
Yeah, it's very fun. I love when stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
Well, and it's free for the guests, so it's not like
yeah.
they can
And
be
if you don't like
oh.
it, if you don't like it, you can just leave because it's like you didn't pay to get in.
Right. Yeah, it's not like you spent $40 and then you're doing an hour show or something.
Yeah,
like,
no one's
only
stuck. You're not stuck there.
Do you have problems with people being rowdier on the free shows like that?
Yeah, for sure, but it's not a problem because it's so low pressure that when you're on stage, if something's going on, you can totally just do crowd work and just fuck with people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's no pressure to do material on a show like that.
Well, and also you're all the door guys, so you could just kick them out.
Yeah,
hey man,
exactly.
also get the fuck out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like I think I might have done 2 real jokes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And just
I
rest
did-
is just having fun riffing?
Yeah, I did. Well, so last night there was a extremely flamboyant gay man in the crowd. Young man. He was probably like 25. And he was funnier than any comic that went on. This is legit. He'd go, yes. That's like, it was like that.
That's funny.
And so pretty much every comic that went on just talked to him.
Just yeah.
And he was funny.
That's cool.
It was a good time.
It's good to find that little gym in the crowd, just work with it, you know.
Yeah, and it was fun. Everybody was kind of like because it was so little people. Everyone was sort of in on the joke. Like it was really fun.
That's cool. And now tonight's show.
Yeah.
Now that's probably that one has tickets already sold, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're probably over 200. I think.
Oh wow.
Is it an official South by event or is it just still Vulcan?
This is not.
This is not. Are you guys doing any?
I don't know. Oh, I think during this week, yeah.
During this week,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
have
picked
to assume
up.
they did something. They have a huge room, so
Yeah. They're definitely doing something this week, but
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I just know I picked up 2 extra shifts.
I just get paid some more, so
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Now, with the mothership happening down there, what's the stir with the comedy happenings coming up with you guys?
Well, I mean, I can't. I'm probably not. So I'm probably not supposed to talk about any of that stuff.
Okay, sorry.
But I do know that but this is something that people heard on Rogan's podcast.
Right.
He said he's going to keep doing shows there.
Oh yeah.
So I think that that'll be the case once that starts being a normal working hours. Because right now it's only just doing these few shows.
Right.
Yeah, he's doing like one a night, right? At
Yeah.
like 8 o'clock every night. So it's not no early show, no late show, no.
No.
Yeah.
No. But I think once it's up and running like regularly, I believe him that he said he's going to be back.
That'd be cool to see like a midnight show at the Vulcan with Rogan. Like.
Well, he would keep doing his regular days.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, so like have something going on at the mothership and then have.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because also it's like if you like pay attention to it, it's like he usually brings guests from the podcast to go do that fun show at Vulcan.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he wouldn't. I believe him. He said he was going to.
Now, with Kill Tony moving on, are you going to be able to sign up as often? Now
I don't work Mondays, so
really?
I'm gonna go. I'm going.
Oh,
tomorrow,
fuck yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Now I got a
I
little.
can't wait to see the club.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to see the inside.
I'm so
bad.
excited to see it.
Hank told me to definitely get there early because we're going to be waiting in the lobby apparently.
Oh, okay.
So that's
See,
going to be the holding area.
I
It's a
heard we
lot.
were going to
Yeah.
be waiting in the alley.
Oh. So I don't know. He told me lobby on I think Thursday. So I don't know.
Well, the
At least
lobby
there's
would
air
be better than
conditioning.
the alley.
Yeah, we're all getting fucking stabbed. There'd be a bunch of
Yeah.
dead comics that have a dollar
Dude,
just laying in the
seriously,
lobby.
like that alley's fun.
Yeah, it
Right.
is. Yeah.
That's where I've been back there doing trash before.
Uh-huh.
So like I said, I've been there a while now, and I've heard gunshots. I think 6 times.
Wow.
6 different times.
Yeah.
5 or 6. And I remember one time I was in the alley doing trash, and I looked down towards where the mothership would be located, and I just see this group of people, probably like 50 people, and then just it reminded me like a rumble.
Yeah.
Where that's what happened, and then I hear.
Wow.
I like that you
and-
went with Rumble instead of like gang fight or
Well,
something.
yeah,
Let's
'cause,
go
like, there was
outsiders terms.
Yeah, exactly.
Tussle.
That's what it reminded me of, because it was a wall. There was these people over here and these
Oh,
people over
wow.
here, and then I remember we were watching, and then they just just collided.
Wow.
Like a mosh pit almost.
Yeah, exactly. It was like a Lamb of God concert.
Damn, that's crazy.
No, it is funny though. Every time people ask me about like LA and the scene out there, I'm like, have you read the book The Outsiders? It's kind of like they're all like comedy gangs that fucking hate each other.
Really?
Yeah, it's all
Is that
like,
where you started?
I started in Chicago and then was in LA, then New York, Florida, then here.
Oh, okay. How
So
long
I've
you
been
been
all
doing
over.
it?
7, 8 years, something like that.
Oh, sick. So
yeah.
you spent time in those places.
Yeah,
too.
I was like 2 years in LA, 3 in New York, maybe a year total in Florida.
Did you not like New York?
I love New York.
Oh yeah,
But
I
COVID
want to
happened.
move to New York.
Yeah, New York's the best. You're from Boston, right?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm from Boston. Can't you tell from my accent?
No, I thought you're from actually Arkansas, right?
Yeah, I'm from Arkansas, but
yeah.
I lived in Boston,
Lived in
for 8 years.
Yeah. What made you choose Boston over New York?
That's where. So I met my friend Nat Rogachevsky.
Yeah.
At a music festival in Arkansas.
Okay.
And we just like hit it off, and he asked me if he had said he had a room available, and I was 22 and I wanted to move wherever I could go.
Anything
and
that
was
wasn't
the
Arkansas.
first, that came up, and I was like, fuck it.
Let's go.
Yeah,
So did you start in Boston? Comedy?
Yeah, and I started comedy in Boston.
That's a good fucking spot to start though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that can help you out.
Yeah, and I'm actually I'm going back June 24th to open for my good friend Andrew Vickers.
That's
awesome. Cool. Go
Nick's,
back.
Nick's Comedy Stop.
Wow.
Yeah, which is like a legendary
place. Yeah. Nick's Stop
very,
is awesome.
very exciting.
So go back, hit a legendary club, go back. I mean, just where it all started.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Excited. It'll be 5 years in October.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's cool. Very cool, man. Yeah. No, I started here.
Okay.
yeah. I started in the Kill Tony line.
It is weird that
is that your first time?
I haven't been on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my plan was to be my first time.
Yeah, that's a scary way to do it.
Which then you would have gotten yelled at by me.
Yeah.
Because I'm that guy.
Well, actually, Audrey yelled at me and said, "Don't do this."
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, for your first time.
Yeah.
Because they knew that that's what you were doing. Oh.
I talk a lot.
I threw a little bit of a fit this week at Kill Tony over Sebastian.
Oh yeah.
A fucking gypsy guy with 2 watches. It's like, God damn it, this guy, first time doing stand-up.
Yeah.
I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it drives me nuts.
Well, you know what's funny? My good friend Sam Buck, he has a really popular podcast called Bucked Up. He started on Kill Tony when he was like 20 years old or 19, and he was able to get into the Comedy Store, and that was his first time going.
Well, I imagine he did pretty well then.
He did.
It doesn't bother me if they go up and like are good. I'm like, oh, that's awesome, that's cool. But when it's like, I've never thought of doing comedy. I'm in town this weekend. Fuck it, I'll sign up. And then they get on, and I'm like, you're taking someone's spot who's like working and trying and like.
Right.
Well, but my girlfriend, she's the comic, so let me go ahead and grab her.
And then they come on.
Yeah.
Well, it's like people like even like you and Owen and all these people who have never gotten on. I'm like, that could have been one of my boys. That could have been. And you're like, come on, guys. Like, it's just like this isn't Disneyland. This isn't like a park ride. You just sign up for.
As far as like if you're a person that's just a fan of the show, I think people like seeing people go up and not do good.
And not do good.
Yeah, of course. But if you're a comic, this could be your make or break moment.
Right.
And those persons who don't do good are taking that away from somebody who could actually make that opportunity make something out of that opportunity. Mm-hmm. So I do get both points, but as somebody who likes to watch the show, then get somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Let Tony rip it into them. That's the best part of the show. But I saw Tim Warner on there before I became a comic. I saw him when his first appearance on there when he got in from New York. I was like, that dude's got something special. I hit him up on Facebook. I started talking to him from there, and just like kind of made friends with him because of that Tony thing. And before I even started becoming a comic, before I even started doing any of the shit, and then when I saw him out here, he fucking like, "Hey, you're that guy." I'm like, "Yeah." So it was kind of crazy to meet somebody from the show, but actually, be involved in their life from that point on, and seeing it happen, and then going from being a comic now and being part of that process as well. Mm-hmm. It's just interesting what the show adds to people's lives.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the other thing for me too is like when they do bomb, I can't watch it because I get I feel bad. I get that, like there's episodes of The Office I can't watch because it's so like
Cringe.
cringy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sit like.
I don't even watch Kill Tony anymore.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Now that I like have seen it and
Have
like
you
been
been
a
in
part
it?
of it
Yeah.
and stuff, like I've done it twice and like
Now you know the sausage.
I just I can't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
I won't watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I also feel like too it might affect like interviews and stuff when you know all the inside jokes and stuff. You might accidentally
Which
drop
I already
something.
did know because before I moved here, I watched it every Monday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back in Boston. And it's funny, like you were saying, you see people that were on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I got here, I met so many, or have met so many people that I was like, oh, I remember seeing you on Kill Tony when you did that thing.
Yeah, and now they're standing out there trying again. Yeah. It's crazy to see that. You know, some people do get a decent bump from it that do good. You know, and some people don't get a bump at all. You know, like that Aaron kid. You know, I stood next to him in line when he first got there, and literally watched him type out. You know, with his dog, how nervous he was and whatnot, and how he's going to go up and do this thing. And
super nice guy.
And then all of a sudden now he's fucking.
That's crazy.
Just took off in like 3 weeks. You know how fast.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did a show
Jared
with him.
Nathan too.
Yeah, Jared.
Yeah.
At East Austin, and he was like, "I'm gonna do my clean stuff," and then he went up there, and his first joke was like about how he masturbates. I was like, "Bro," I was like, "Homie, I thought you were gonna do clean." He's like,
"It's
I
in
like
the
to
shower."
He's so funny though.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. That's cool though. That's somebody you would never ever fucking know if it wasn't for that show. You would
well,
never...
and it helps people, especially like him with certain disabilities. It's hard for him to jump around to 4 different mics and stuff like that. You know, it's So getting able to do that and then get that like bump and.
Yeah, well, even the same with John Horner. You know, those guys. You know that have had that opportunity that that can't physically get around to those many mics. You know, they get to stand out there or have that opportunity to get on that platform and be seen by hundreds of thousands of people, and get that shot. So it's really cool. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting what happens on Monday. Where we're gonna be standing, if we're gonna be standing in the fucking alley.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I just want to see the inside of that fucking.
Yeah, I do too, man. I haven't got to see it yet. So many people have already been in there. What was it? Tuesday, I was at the creek, and everybody came after Rogan's show came over, that special invites for the grand opening or whatever, and man, I was just hearing all their fucking stories and whatnot. But it was kind of cool hearing the stories. But man,
you want to?
Yeah, I want to see it. It's just give me spoilers at this moment. I want to.
I watched.
I experience that.
I think I don't remember whose stories they were, but someone that works there, but. They filmed each person bringing the next person up.
Oh, wow.
And that room is just...
so cool.
It looks so nice, dude.
Did you see Adam Egett sitting up at the top? You see that post where he's just sitting up there just fucking exhausted. Like, just finally, it's here.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be, too, like, I mean, there's definitely a different energy, I think, in the city and among comics and stuff, having this one, like, super professional room that's just to, like, develop comics and have these awesome shows. Like, Bert's there tonight. Like,
man.
Like it's one of those. It's like there's gonna be someone awesome here all the fucking time.
Yeah, very cool.
Joe's favorite place, the Comedy Store. If you would walk up and say, "Hey, I'm a comic," they go, "Come on in."
Yeah, they'd let you in free. It was awesome.
Well, I think that'll come later.
Yeah.
Right now they're not technically like open.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and also with the names he's bringing, he has to have some level of security.
Yeah,
it can't
absolutely.
be,
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be interesting how long that goes on. Are we gonna start seeing those 20-minute showcases? But from all
I'm sure they're gonna do like they're gonna do paid regulars, non-paid regulars,
I
all
think
that
so
shit.
too.
Yeah. Now is it gonna be in the main room or the smaller room, or what he's gonna do with that? Who knows? But
your roommate Nick works there. Hey, has he said a difference between the rooms at all?
So Nick's my co-host. He works there. Yeah, he's a door guy.
Has he said anything about the size of the rooms or?
Yeah, there's like the big room I think is like 220, and then there's like the small room I think is like 120.
Okay.
That's not too small, and the big one's not too. It's still like
so
intimate.
How many is the Vulcan seat?
If you saw those videos, this is all like none of this is like a secret.
Yeah.
Right. No.
But it looks like it looks big.
It looks.
That's
bigger.
what I was wondering because people were saying it's smaller than the Vulcan, but how many is the Vulcan seat?
We can have like 350.
Okay, so but in total.
Yeah.
So
plus 200 comics in the pens.
Yeah. Just cram those back in there wherever. But so it's pretty comparable in overall size, but splitting up in 2 rooms, you're definitely gonna have a smaller main room now.
Yeah, and then the front has a what I believe is supposed to be a public bar once they're like actually.
Right.
Oh, so you can actually like just walk in and have a drink without having to actually go in the show. That's how the improv was. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was when I was there. It was an interesting time. I know when you were there it was a different time.
Yeah.
It's just I was there from 2007 to 2012. But I hear people from the 90s talk about how much better it was. And it's interesting to see. Everybody has their
you
own
have to think
time.
how different comedy is today than it was even like 10 years ago.
Right.
With podcasting and all, and YouTube, and like just the amount of people who can make money and careers doing shit in their own house.
There's comedians like in New York that I could name, but that most people don't know, but they definitely are making their living off of a podcast and doing like the road just up there in the Northeast.
Right. Yeah, they don't even have to get out of their area.
There's a whole group of clubs there.
Yeah.
And they're all normal people that aren't like nerds about comedy wouldn't even know who they are.
Right. Well, like people don't expect, but like Maine's a great comedy state.
Mm-hmm.
They've
my first like show back from the pandemic was in Auburn, Maine.
Yeah.
In this tiny little room in the basement of a brewery.
I know it's all like Bob Marley's town, but it's everyone's there to laugh. They're good people.
And dude, he's also
cool.
So hilarious.
Yeah, he's fucking funny as shit.
I've seen that guy a couple of times in like Phoenix, and even when he comes out of his element, he's still fucking fire.
Oh yeah, he's a killer. Yeah, he's a killer.
But they love him.
Yeah, but nobody really knows who he is, though.
Right. Well, it's one of those things. If you're a nerd about comedy,
yeah.
Like he was in Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Oh
like
wow.
He was where you're going? Nowhere. That's Bob.
Oh wow.
That's what I love too, is all the like small parts in like non-comedy movie that comics will be because they're like a paycheck.
It's LA.
Okay.
Yeah. You know it's funny. Until I started doing comedy and like being really involved in it, I didn't realize how many comedians do those little small parts in movies.
Yeah.
Where you look back and you go, oh shit.
That is Chris Rock.
That was Chris Farley was there, or like whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and that's changed too now because of how spread out we've gotten in comedy. Like there's great comics in like Minnesota that they're just like, I can travel from here. I can do my podcast and travel from here or wherever. So you don't have that huge cluster in LA where they're all like, oh, I'll go read for parts all day and then do sets at night. It's like, oh, we'll be focused on our podcast and live where I want to live.
Dude, the main dude in Boston, his name's Will Noonan. He's the man. He is the New England of Honda New England spokesperson. Like he's in
that's a big paycheck.
He's like in their commercials, and shit. Like he's got a Super Bowl commercial from like last year.
That's fucking nuts.
But it's just funny, like because he's like.
Well, whoever runs it was like, oh, this guy's funny. Let's put him in.
But no one would know that that's a comedian unless you know.
Correct.
Yeah. Well.
If that makes sense.
That's about most comedians too. If you saw it in real life, you're not gonna know they're a comedian.
I just think that's just like a funny thing.
Yeah.
Well, on the flip side of that, one time I did a show at the Creek, and a guy came up to me after, and just like how oblivious fans are to what comics' lives are like. He's like, yo, man, I saw you working at that pizza place. I was like, yeah, I work there. He's like, the fuck you doing? You like researching a role or something? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, like, aren't you rich? I was like, no. I thought all comics were rich. I was like, no. I was like, actually, here's my Venmo if you want to. If you like.
Would you like to donate?
And then he talked for like 5 minutes about how much he liked the pizza, and I was like, did you like the show?
Yeah.
Did you think I was funny? That? Yeah. I don't give a fuck about.
I think you're really great at pizza.
Yeah.
You should stick to pizza.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend were there. We love the pizza. I was like, how about tonight, bro? Like.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I think my dad just must get it, because he's never been like, how much did you get paid?
Yeah.
So I think he understands that there's not a lot of money coming in right now.
Well, your dad's from Arkansas, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's no money there either.
Yeah, $12 is a lot.
He's killing it.
Oh really? No.
Yeah, he owns a honeybee business.
Oh shit.
Or like beekeeping equipment.
That's a very Arkansas thing, man.
And it's a massive.
Yeah.
thing.
Does he keep bees or just sells equipment?
He's got bees. Yeah. My whole family, like my grandparents had bees.
Oh wow.
We've had bees for like 100 years or
So
so.
that's not really a beard.
I got that bee money
Yeah.
coming in, guys. Let's go.
I got old bee money.
Yeah.
It's not even a beard though. It's just bees.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not.
And you know what? You know what's funny? Never been stung.
Never
Yeah.
sung.
Yeah, I was delivering an Uber Eats, and I was in the elevator with like some old people, and also I felt something on my neck. I grabbed it, and it's a fucking bee. I didn't want to freak them out, so I'm just holding this bee in my hand, and it's like squirm. I'm like, fuck, this thing stings, but I'm gonna be pissed. But like it didn't, so I just like let it go, and it just flew
No,
off.
it
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
sting you?
yeah. But I just held it there. I was like, ah, shit. You know, it was one of those like Bruce Lee moments. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Honey, I think it's the only animal product that doesn't go bad. Fun fact.
yeah. You can just
Doesn't expire.
reheat it.
Yeah.
Also, if honeybees went away today,
Uh-huh.
mankind would go extinct in like 5 years.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Oh, because of no pollination?
I don't know. That's just what they say.
That's what they say.
This is literally
I heard it.
your family's whole life.
I don't know. That's what they say.
I read this fact on a popsicle stick.
Little bomb of truth.
My dad said it once, and I was like, that adds up.
Fuck yeah,
it
Dad.
is,
You do the bees.
I do feel like your dad could make up any stat about bees and say
I
it
would
and be
just
like,
be like,
yo,
yeah,
everyone should be like, yeah, man.
Well, because he teaches classes too. They have a huge YouTube following. It's
Oh,
pretty
I
cool.
thought you were gonna say like people flew
Dude,
into
my dad's-
Arkansas to
Dude,
take
my
classes.
dad's YouTube channel not only has so many more subscribers than mine, but gets like thousands and thousands. He's got some videos with over 100,000 views.
Does he ever give you a shout out? Just you throw you a
I
bone.
don't think he wants his to be associated with mine.
Yeah.
You could do a whole set of bee-based jokes
Yeah.
and then send it and be like, Dad, please put it on your channel. I
Yeah,
think
it would
it'll-"
have to be. I'd have to make it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? That's just funny. He just denies you because you're not part of the bee family. You're just you didn't stick to the family business.
Oh no, he doesn't.
You're not
it's,
in.
It's more like because I talk about
You're
you
the
know,
wasp of the family.
wild drugs and wild shit on my podcast.
Yeah. No, I get it. No. Not everybody can be the queen bee. No.
This is going to be an hour bee-based jokes.
I'm trying, man. No, none of them are landing.
That is a wild fact that you definitely should have told us before we started recording. I'm not going to be able to think of
that you
anything
got bee
else.
money
You're like,
because
"Yo,
it's
what?"
coming in. There's just honey flowing like.
I was just being funny.
Yeah, you
and-
son of a bitch.
Yeah. See, that one lands. How's that?
Like a bee on your neck.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. There's someone watching this out there that's like, see, you have a giant fucking bee tattoo too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
Oh yeah. That's why I have that.
That's why.
I thought it was that goes into a molecule. That's the DMT molecule, right?
No, that's LSD.
LSD. I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
That's how he gets his family's fortune. When someone passes away, he walks in. He's like, "This is all mine now. This
Yeah.
is my
Oh,
bee
see
kingdom."
that?
Yeah.
See that? That means all this is mine.
This is all the ID I need.
That's
Jesus Christ.
That's cool, man. But
How do we get back to Austin, Texas comedy after this?
how did you get back to Austin, Texas comedy? Was it Kill Tony that brought you here?
Oh no. So well, there's a lot to. Let me try to zoom past. So the marriage was on the rocks already because of comedy, kinda, and also just kind of.
What is an insane reason for a relationship?
Well, also like I hated my job. I was a welder for 11 years, and I hated it, and I was just sick of doing it. I have a back fusion, so I have a bad back.
Yeah.
And welding's very physical.
Yeah.
So I was in pain 24/7 for years, and it just made me grumpy.
Yeah.
And I was drinking a lot.
Well, that's the thing is it's either that or pills, and it's like neither's really a good
and
solution.
I couldn't get pills because I couldn't pass a drug test because I smoke weed.
Oh yeah.
So like the only thing that really helped was the chiropractor.
Okay.
And I know people don't think the chiropractor is good, but I love it. I think the chiropractor rules. It helped me. It made it better. But then something happened. My insurance stopped working. Couldn't afford the chiropractor anymore. So I started drinking a lot. Did you hear that?
Loud and clear.
Nice.
The mic's working.
I just gotta make sure. And so back was hurting a lot, made me really grumpy. Didn't do anything to change it. kind of refused to change it, but also was still doing mics every night and not coming home till.
Well, that's gotta hurt too. Even just standing up there for 10, 15
so
minutes.
I was pretty much up from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. every day.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Just doing that, and then weekends I would just get hammered, and we would try to like do a trip or something like that. But it was just a constant like, you're doing too much comedy instead of trying to like do something for me type thing. And I'm like, well, and then also I started running a show every Thursday and a mic every Monday.
Which is funny that makes them more upset. And you're like, this is me being successful.
Well, dude, you know what's funny is she told me to find a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, you need, because before I found comedy in 2018, she was like, because I was welding, I was getting off work, going to the gym, coming home, and just drinking until I passed out. And she's like, you need something to do. So I started becoming obsessed with comedy.
You chose the one hobby that wouldn't interfere with your drinking till you pass out.
Yeah. Well, so what I did was,
keep me on schedule.
you know what I did first was for about 3 months before I started doing a deep dive every day on albums of just stand-up while I was welding. And I went through, that's why I know so many random comedians that you would never even know about. And then I found podcasts. Didn't even know what that was. Found that through listening to these comedy albums. And then I became obsessed with podcasting. And then I was like, oh my God, I got to figure this out. And I found this little club in Somerville, the Comedy Studio. And I figured out that there's an open mic there. And I went for a month just watching. Never signed up. And finally, this one guy, Jack Hall.
Damn, dude, you're one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a few of those.
And Jack Hall, shout out, he came up to me. We were friends, or had been talking. I picked his brain, and he goes, if you don't sign up tonight, I don't ever want to see you here again. And I was like, all right. And I was with my wife. My wife was with me. And I signed up. I was 52.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I don't know, because I went up. I don't even know what I said. I blacked out because I didn't realize how. So you come from behind. It's a real club.
Yeah.
It's not a bar.
Right.
And you come from behind the green room through the curtain, and I didn't expect the
lights
like that. Everything was pitch black down here, but there was a crowd because there was always a crowd, and I just remember the lights being on me, and I think I did a minute and a half. And was like, all right.
That's me. I punched my ticket so I could come back.
And so I got out, and Jack was waiting for me in the green room, and he goes, what'd you think? And I was like, oh my, I was like shaking. I'm like, I don't even know what I said.
No, that's the thing I always tell people if it's their first time. I'm always like, it's going to be brighter than you think.
Yeah.
And move the mic stand behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, dude, honestly, you know what I think I did? I think I did the Joey Diaz. I think I just... the Norm McDonald. I think I left it just in the stand.
Yeah.
And I think I just did that.
Well, I think too, it gives you it's good for first timers too, because they could just kind of grip it, white knuckle it. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched so much Kill Tony. I knew all the move the mic stand the center, do all those things he told everybody. So that was the first thing in my head. So as soon as I went on that stage with the Creek and the Cave for the first time, I did all that shit right there. I did my Kill Tony minute. I had a good minute. I knew what I was gonna do, but then I didn't have anything after that. And so started just going, oh shit.
What am I gonna
get? Yeah, what do I have now? There's 2 more minutes of this now. Yeah.
Well, you know what else? Some people need to remember too. Like if you're just starting, you don't have to do the full 3 minutes. Or 4 or whatever. You can go. I'm gonna give the time back to the room.
Right. Now later in your career, people will be like, the fuck? But then you're fine.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, if you're signed to do 10 and you do 3, they're
no,
like,
that's weird.
What the hell?
You're not coming back after that.
That's completely
just for anyone new comic who's like, oh, I finally got a show, and they said I could only do 2 minutes if I want.
Yeah, that's just not a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I did that Keenan Presents thing.
Okay, I want to know about because I have people in New York, LA, Florida.
Oh, I knew.
I see so many people. What is
So you have to sign up online for it, right? Is that?
I didn't sign up. The guy that was running it is the old talent coordinator from the Improvs here in Texas.
Okay.
And he did my podcast.
Oh, cool.
Last South by. Shout out Sean Trainer. Very nice guy. He just hit me up on Facebook and was like,
You want to do this?
Do you want to come on to? I'm doing the thing. You
Oh,
wanna
nice.
Come on?
That's
and I was like,
fucking cool.
Yeah, I guess. But it's 3 minutes, and no rules. You don't have to be clean or anything like that. But it's just 3 minutes, and then a host is on a god mic just bringing people up.
Okay.
There was, I think, 28 or 30.
Not to
32.
me.
And
I'm
Thompson's nowhere to be seen, right?
No.
No.
So how is he getting money from? That's
It's just like a franchise,
Yeah,
right? Like
so
Mr. Beast Burgers.
They film it, so then all the tapes get sent to like his people.
Oh, so
And then-
he's looking for showcasers eventually.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's not a waste, or it's, they send your tape and people review it up until there's probably, I would say, like maybe whittled down to 10 out of thousands.
Wow.
And then probably he looks at it.
No,
Yeah, of
see,
course,
to me,
yeah.
like the Chicago in me is like, where's the scam? What are you doing?
Yeah,
I see
well,
your face
yeah.
everywhere.
I mean, the thing is, it's like it didn't cost us anything to do it.
Okay. So
Like it was free. It was fun. It was a good crowd at Creek.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah,
it was
3
a
minutes,
fun.
you just get a nail on.
3 minutes, just
Yeah.
rip it. And I actually did something that I didn't expect to do, but I've got this new story that I've been doing, and I was like, you know what? Because I did it at the open mic the night before, and it went really well.
Oh wow.
So I was like, I'm gonna run that.
Yeah.
And right before we went on, we had he did like a little meeting with us. And he goes, if you're a storyteller, I would suggest you don't do that. 'Cause it's 3 minutes. And
Dude,
Yeah.
I had someone do that to
and
me.
I
one
was
time.
like, fuck. And then I went, you know what?
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Who cares?
Yeah.
And I did it, and it was fine.
Nice.
Didn't go as well as the night before.
No, I got my first like bigger gig in New York, and I was doing a check spot for Jeremy Piven.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
I
And
met him when he was
fucking-
here last year.
I went up and like, you got your set ready. You're like, I like this stuff. I'm gonna do it. And there's a lot of one-liner comics in New York, and I'm somewhere in the middle between LA and New
I
York,
don't
stories
do
and one line.
one-liners.
And right before I go on stage, I like to be left alone and then go out and have
Yeah.
my energy right and all that. Right before I go on, the guy who booked me is like, all right, only one-liners, only bullets tonight. And I was like, dude, wow, that's not what I had
And
planned
did you
at
go
all.
up and just do your thing?
Yeah, I just did my thing. Fuck that
Yeah.
guy.
I feel like it's such you shouldn't be able to, that should be like known.
Right.
Like days before you get
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
no,
me, like,
I just got this like spot doing I guess it's like a corporate gig that I'm doing next weekend. But like when he asked me to do it, I asked him, I go, do I have to be clean?
you're right.
What do I need to cut? Like, can I talk about sex? Can I talk about drugs? What are because I know at those ones,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not going to show up the day of with my set list.
And then
And
switch
then
it.
you have to, because
Yeah.
I'm going to flub it. It's
Yeah.
going to suck.
Well, I mean, also corporate gigs kind of usually suck anyway.
Yeah. Well, I guess I should have fit. So I get to do whatever I want.
Okay, that's nice. No, I was talking to Aaron about it, or I was talking and he was texting, and he's got like corporate gigs coming up. He's like, I gotta do clean, and I was like, it's crazy to think now that like corporate gigs like require you to do clean. It's like, look at all the crazy shit corporations are doing. Like,
Yeah.
can you maybe not like poison our water or something before you yell at me for saying shit?
I don't know why this fucking... And in Boston too, where I started, the guy that ran it was someone who has been around for like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
The Comedy Studio is like a 20 plus year comedy club that's been in Boston used to be above a Chinese restaurant. Like Lenny Clark's performed, like Joe List started there.
Whose was it?
It's Rick Jenkins.
Rick Jenkins, okay,
But
yeah.
he's not involved anymore.
But he used to be. He was.
due to some
Yeah, there was like a documentary on
weird
it.
things.
Yeah.
But I won't get into it.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
But
I'm familiar.
But that club though has been around for a long time, and Gary Goldman started there.
Back when Boston was dropping
this was
heaters
like,
every
so it
couple
started
days.
Started in like 2000 or 2001.
Okay.
And then a bunch of people started there, like Tom Dustin.
Okay.
Pretty much all the Boston guys that aren't like the Bill Burr level were at the
At least go through there, right?
Yeah. Oh.
So what was the story? I'm sorry, I distracted you.
Which about what?
About that club.
What the fuck were we talking about?
Oh fuck, I forget now.
Well, okay, I got a question about Boston then. Do they have a lot of comedy schools out there? And what's your point of view on them?
Emerson is a very popular school where like
They teach comedy at Emerson?
so they have a comedy class now.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And all the fucking comics are like, no, that was my gig. And now the fucking college is fucking teaching comedy.
So when I started, I knew of like including Rick Jenkins. He had a comedy school that you would pay to go to.
Yeah.
But I always looked down on it, like from the get-go, even before, because even when I first started, I thought to myself, because I had already been listening to podcasts and had picked up on the attitude of what people thought about that. And it's like, yeah, you can't teach comedy.
Right.
You can teach what you were saying about the mic stand, hold the mic up to your mouth, you know, all that. You can teach stage presence, I suppose. But, you know, you're not going to teach funny.
So, in my experience, because I started when I was, 22 in Los Angeles, so it's like...
Which is the worst. I feel
worst
like that's
place
the
you can
hardest.
go. Never started. Any comics out there, stay where you are, get discovered by someone, because they keep pushing you, like... Or
stay where you are and get good at least, and then move, maybe.
But you'll be able to find, like, a local agent who will send you out to LA, like, if you could get airfare and hotel to be there for, like, a week.
Yeah.
Like, your local agent in Ohio knows someone in LA. He'll be like, we'll get you 5 shows.
Yeah, and also every major city has a small scene.
Yeah.
Even so, I never saw it, but like I lived in Arkansas, but I lived in this town called Russellville, and Little Rock was our closest city, which was about 55 minutes to an hour away. We have a loony bin.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
But I've been there to watch comedy, but I've never performed there, and I don't know what the scene's like.
Is that something you want to do, being from there? You're like, oh, that's kind of a dream.
Yeah.
Even though it's a loony bin,
right?
Like I'm like, I can't wait to go to the loony bin.
And then your family.
That's my goal too, is because Oklahoma City loony bin was where I first started watching comedy when I was like in
and then there's one in Kansas City. I
think.
Is the other one.
So
funny.
I did like 2 comedy classes in LA because I was like, fuck it, what? I just graduated college, so like school was like, oh yeah, you go to school. You don't just go do a job.
Yeah.
And I think what I found out was the biggest problem with it is it becomes such a barrier to entry for young comics. Like when young comics come through, it's like kind of on us to teach them. We should be the ones being like, hey man, you're taking the mic out and standing behind the mic stand, or you're doing something weird. And it's like, I would just, not do that, or this is kind of why.
But I was very fortunate to have people that did that for me.
I think
Jack Hall is one of my people.
I think that really makes a good scene. It's the people. Whereas if you have a high level of like comedy schools, if you have like 5 or 6 of them in your town, then everyone's like, new guy, why don't you go spend the $400? Like
we did, yeah.
Like we all spent the money, so why aren't you doing it? It's like because we're all fucking broke.
Well, and another thing. So when I started in Boston. You meet me and my buddy that I'm going to be going up for Nick's, his name's Andrew Vickers. He's the man. And that's who I started my podcast with right before the pandemic started. But I remember we started a week apart, and neither of us had thought to even go to a class, right?
Right.
But I remember, so we made friends, just him and I, because we started so close. You're on the same level. And I remember both of us talking about noticing that, like, all right, so we see who the guys are that have been around a while. These are clear, because this guy's hosting this mic.
Yeah, right.
This guy just got to bump. So, like, we start, you start seeing the motions. And I remember the people that I thought was funny were the ones I wanted to meet.
Right.
So, but those people also were sort of the ones who wouldn't really talk to you until you've been there for... They wanted to see you around for about 6 months.
Well, I think it's like any job. You're like, are you going to stick around? Why am I going to...
Right.
Yeah, that's something I didn't understand when I first got here. I was back there just fucking... Because, I came from LA where I was like... I came from LA to Phoenix. So I went from being a writer with options to being the head guy of the cannabis college in Phoenix, where I taught everybody cannabis was, in that whole industry pretty much. I started all the dispensaries there pretty much that got, with our education. And then I come here and I'm like, hey guys, what's up? Hey,
I'm a comic. Let's talk.
Let's fucking do this. And they're like, no, go, get to the back. So I saw it, but I'm kind of a little bit more egotistical and
well, you have to have like respect for the scene, I guess.
Yeah.
Because everyone has worked to build their reputation. So like even if you come with like credits and stuff, like we don't care. You're new to our scene. Like it's like going into someone's house. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
And then just start cooking or something.
Yeah,
It'd be fucking weird.
Right.
But
and then when I moved,
I do that too though.
And then when I moved here, so I had finally gotten more established in Boston. So I was in the scene in Boston. So then I moved here, and it was like starting over.
Yeah. No, I've done that like 4 times. It's fucking so
weird.
Obnoxious. Yeah.
And it took about 6 to 8 months.
Right.
To get, and unfortunately too, when you do start over, you have to hit more mics than you'd like to.
Right.
Like when I first got here, I was doing between 8 and 11 mics a week.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of running around.
Trust me. I try to do between 10 and 15.
Well, especially here.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of spread out,
Yeah.
In New York, they were, around the corner and there's another one.
When I first got here, though, Creek was doing these 5:30 sign-ups.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And doing a 6 o'clock mic. And then most times we're doing a late one. So you could do 2 at Creek in one day.
See, I like
and
that
in
so much
between,
better.
You do a bunch of other ones. But that was back when they were doing them out back.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And they were brutal.
Yeah, Outback's tough,
yeah.
especially here when it gets up to
And
like
it
100.
was daylight. It's daylight.
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
It's hot as shit. 6:30 p.m. in the backyard of Creek and Cave.
Yeah.
It sucked.
That's a little bit rough.
Dude, it sucked. You don't know what's funny.
Right.
Like it had me.
Well, and you don't even care. You're just like, I'm sweating.
It had me going up and going. Should I go home? Should I quit? Like this is it? This is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very discouraging.
Well, it is funny how much like 2 weeks of open mics can make you be like, the fuck am I doing? And then one real show, you're like, oh.
I've gotten to a point now where if I do a good show over a weekend or a good show, I won't do a mic for at least one day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like because I don't want to ruin my energy.
Yeah.
Right.
And
a lot of mics can fuck your energy.
They'll make you feel like you suck.
Yeah. In Florida, we had one called Go Up and Get Dragged Down, and it was like a drag show. And the drag queens would tell the audience to boo you because if you got booed, they'd pull you off stage and do a dance and get tips. And I was like, you go do that. And your ego is fucked for like a month. You're like, none of my material works.
Right.
I'm a piece of shit.
Right.
These drag queens are better than me. And it's like, what am I doing with myself? This is...
Yeah.
And they're getting tips.
Yeah,
they're getting paid. Yeah, that's bullshit, dude.
No, we do have a couple good outdoor mics here, but I kind of like to stick to my rule. Like, if there's bugs biting me, I don't want to do stand-up.
Yeah, I mean, especially because we're
East Austin's a little close.
It's about to be hot.
Yeah, it's about to get fucking...
Yeah.
Well, I know you're from Arkansas, but
it's not like
Boston
this.
And I'm
this
from
is
Chicago.
This is
give me
awful.
0 degrees any day over 100.
I miss Boston every day, not only the city but the weather.
The weather.
I love seasons. Fall is my favorite time of year.
It's so nice.
It's beautiful. You actually need to wear a hoodie because it's chilly. I love it.
It's so
I love Boston. I miss snow.
And that too is like people leave you alone. Like Here every day there's a homeless guy or someone with like a bid for like Children International.
Yeah, Boston homeless are very docile.
Yeah,
I think
New
it's
York
too.
They just sit there. Yeah.
It's the heroin.
Yeah. Austin homeless are mentally ill and have meth.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they're running up.
And dude, I work on 6th. I see it.
Yeah, they're a little more energetic.
But I learned how to deal with homeless people by living in Boston.
Oh yeah.
You just don't make eye contact.
Yeah, you don't.
You know what I've been doing lately?
What?
You know what I like to hit them with? So if I'm walking and one of them comes near me and goes, "Hey man, you got $1?" I go, "Thank you." And they go, "No, I said
you're welcome."
Yeah, because you can see them short circuit.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, thank you."
No, I have my old iPhone headphones with the string, and I keep that, and so they're like, "Hey, how you
Plugged
doing?
up
Can I
to
get
nothing?
$1?" and I'm like, I'm on the fucking phone. Like,
but they're not plugged in.
No, it's plugged into my phone.
So you're just as crazy as they are. They're
no, you have to reach their energy.
They're just cut off. Yeah.
But I can't do it with crazy. I could do it with anger.
The homeless here are out of control.
It's insane.
And you know what? I'm not trying to be funny, but when the moon is full,
They get even wilder.
Yeah.
No, yes.
I saw a lady get naked and hump a car in traffic while she was like flicking her bean.
Oh wow.
And tits are out. She's only had her shoes on.
Someone sign her to OnlyFans. She'll be a millionaire.
And she's one of the regulars.
She's one of the regular. Yeah. Man, yeah, I've seen a couple of vaginas on 6th Street.
No, I walk to work and I'm on East 6, and under the overpass yesterday, it was like 80 degrees. Huge bonfire as big as this table was like the lower level.
Well, from a homeless person.
Yeah, just like a homeless encampment in the underpass. And then I was trying to get a video, and there was a naked lady keep running out with a cooter out. I was like, I can't.
Was it a black lady?
No, it was white.
Oh, was she bald-headed?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait, can we acknowledge how many
I have seen both of those
homeless women
vaginas that you're talking about.
So there's a bald-headed white woman.
Yeah, she'll be out.
Who
Yeah. She
is
picks her
always
hair
got-
out.
That's what I was. I was about to
dude.
say. She has like. You can tell that she like.
I've seen her
grabs
doing
it
it.
and rips it
Yeah.
out.
I had a friend
It's
Yeah.
disturbing, honestly.
I had a friend in high school that did that in his sleep. He would
she's
show up
awake.
to school with like a line missing.
Oh,
We're like, what the
fuck.
fuck happened? He's like,
When I was in middle school, and we had this girl who had a doctor's note to be able to wear a hat because she would eat her hair.
Oh my god, that's
what the fuck is? I don't know if like people are fucked up or just our brains are so complex that one little thing goes wrong and we just haywire.
But what's that girl do now? What is she?
Hairdresser.
Yeah.
Gets all the clippings.
Oh god, yeah.
I wonder if when someone knew, she's like, "Oh, a Chinese lady? I've been in the mood."
Chinese. I've been looking for Chinese today.
I'm
Italian.
I'm hungry 10 minutes later, but it's so good.
Yeah, honestly, it makes you wonder what did happen to that girl.
Yeah. How'd they grow
I
up?
would assume she's probably dead.
I mean,
you think from eating hair?
Maybe, because that can't be good for you.
for the family, it's probably for the best.
Because imagine, you gotta imagine, like a cat. A cat has
and it's made to
fur balls and
spit
stuff.
it up.
Yeah.
But a woman, she might just shit out.
Or get clogged up
hairy
and
turds.
die. Yeah.
You know?
I gotta think it's not good for your intestines.
Yeah, it's probably
I don't
clog
think
that
they're
shit
used
up.
to. Well, and I don't think we can dissolve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if a cat can't, and
Sorry
that's
to
its
bring
main
the
point.
podcast.
No, I had a kid, the president of our high school class, and they put on the 10-year anniversary or reunion, right? And he nicest kid, Indian kid, super chill. Went to skinny nerd. Went to college. I see him in the gym after a year of college in the summer. Jacked as shit.
He was like that comedian.
And I go up to him, I was like, yo, man, what's up? He's like, hey, man, I don't really talk to Christians anymore. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I've been reading a lot of Bin Laden. He actually makes some good points. I'm actually
Holy fuck.
And he became like a radical Muslim.
And got jacked.
He's like, yeah, I think I'm going to go over there next year. I'm dropping out of Duke. Like, he was
So,
on such
he's
a
joining
good path.
ISIS?
And he's like, I'm
you
going
go
to
to
join
Duke?
ISIS. No, he did. He was from my high school.
Oh, God.
So then, like, our 10-year reunion came up, and he's supposed to run it. And they're like,
shit.
so what are we doing? I was like, I don't know, but let's not hit up Omar because he lost his fucking
think
mind.
something's going
Yeah.
on.
I was like, let's not tell him even the address because
Yeah.
I know the group he's part of.
I think we might need security.
Yeah.
Wow. You got an extremist in your fucking.
I mean, we're in a suburb in Illinois. It's like we're going to go to the only bar we have, obviously, and just drink there.
You grew up in Chicago?
I grew up north of Chicago, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I still haven't been to Chicago.
So it's awesome. I think their comedy scene's so cool because it's
They got two Zanies, right?
yeah. But like if you go to Rosemont, that's where the main, and it's like right outside of O'Hare. So I think comics like going there because it's O'Hare and then it's like 5 minutes away is Rosemont.
And then back to the.
And it's not in the city. You're on the outskirts of the city. It's still like technically the city, but it's not. And it's
See,
super
I've been to
easy.
Chicago, but only to the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and if you take Midway, you're a psychopath. Midway's the worst airport in
Oh,
America.
okay.
So we have O'Hare.
Is it
Midway.
worse than Newark?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hands down.
That's pretty
Hands
bad.
down worse than Newark.
What's that one called in Newark?
LaGuardia.
LaGuardia. Yeah, I got stuck there one time.
Dude, I took a Uber and the guy was like, I was like, hey, I'm Zach. And he's like, you know how you have to exchange names so they know you're the right one.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, get in. I was like, okay, cool. Jumped in. And we start going. And then I get a call from like my Uber driver. He's like, where are you? I was like, fuck, I thought I was in your car. I guess I'm not. And I told the guy, I was like, hey man, you're not my Uber. I'm sorry. We had that mix up. And he's like, all right, get out. And he pulled over on the highway. And it was just like, get out. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? And he's like, yeah, right here. So then I went on my Uber app and was like, had to get an Uber. And of course he went, U-turned around and picked me up.
Oh
my
I was like, dude, you could have just went to the Shell station right here.
What a cool dude.
0 tip,
That was
0
a-
stars.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
also from his point of view, I was like, why'd you pick me up again? Are you I'm not giving you a good review.
That's
You
just
Yeah, there's no way.
middle of winter, side of the highway. I was like,
This is good.
yeah, this is where I want to be.
That's insane.
Yeah. Wow.
I would have been furious.
I was so mad.
Wait, how far did you have to ride with him after?
I mean, not long. I just lived in Manhattan, so it's like a 20 minute.
Where'd you live in Manhattan?
East 80th.
Cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What'd you pay for rent?
$2,000, but I had a girlfriend.
Oh,
So
that's
we split it.
still
Yeah, I think it was like
cheap.
2.4, something like that.
That seems cheap.
But you also have to realize it's such an old city. There's no central air. There's no any of that. So
Yeah, you had
it's
the
so
window.
It's a walk
Yeah.
up.
So like
Yeah.
during the
It's a
summer
walk
it's
up.
so hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And during the winter it's so cold and there's not really much you can do about
I
it.
still
How far up were
But
you?
it's all. I mean, yeah. For New York, it was super cheap.
Yeah.
I was on the first floor.
Oh, that's not too bad then. Yeah.
I mean, technically a walk up.
Yeah, but still, yeah, you were first floor.
No, I loved it.
That's a good. That's a
Couldn't
good
have
deal.
been happier with it.
Yeah.
And it's just once COVID hit, I was like, I can't do 2-4.
Oh, did you leave after when COVID hit?
Yeah.
Where'd you go first?
I went to Florida. My family moved to Florida.
And
so I
that's
went
where
down
they
there.
were open.
Yeah.
So you were still doing comedy.
So I was
the whole
able to
time.
keep doing comedy.
That's cool. Where
Yeah.
were you doing comedy? Have you ever been to like the Keys to Tom Dustin's club?
I've been to the Keys, but I haven't been down to the. I was
He's
at
got
Keys
that
when I
Key
was like
West
12.
Comedy Club?
Yeah.
He's
I
a
haven't done
Boston
it.
guy.
Okay. That's got to be a fun.
Yeah.
Because the people down there are fucking wild.
Do you guys listen to like Tuesdays with Stories?
Oh yeah.
So
Go
that's
listen,
the
Mark.
club that they're always talking about.
Okay.
Like Tom Dustin owns that.
No, everyone in the Keys is just like there's a boat.
Apparently, it's not even like real life.
No.
I cannot wait to go there.
No, there's a boat that goes all the way down the Gulf that
Yeah.
takes you just to the Keys, and it's like we want you showing up blackout drunk. We don't
Yeah.
want you get on this boat. It's gonna be a 4-hour ride, full bar, get hammered,
Hell
get
yeah.
down there. Like,
So I want to. I think I would really like to fly into Miami, get
No.
a rental car.
no,
and
on two
drive
things you
across
did
the
horribly.
bridge. The bridge isn't cool.
Don't drive across. If you want to drive across a cool bridge, fly into Tampa,
Is that closer?
and then you could go. Well, it's on the same side. I mean, I guess the Keys is the point, so either one. But there's a cool bridge in Tampa that you could take.
Well, don't you have to drive across a bridge to
You
go?
have to drive across a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem is if you go into Miami, your car's not insured. No rental car, even if you get a rental car in Tampa and pay for the insurance, once you hit Miami, insurance doesn't count. It's the only city in
What?
America, no rental insurance for your cars.
Why?
They're such bad drivers,
Really?
and they have so much car
I think
crime.
drivers here are bad.
Drivers here suck.
Drivers here are real.
Well, they just U-turn wherever the fuck they want. They're like,
Yeah.
no.
They also, if you're at like you want to go right, they won't go into that inside lane and just go.
Right.
They just sit there.
Yeah.
And then also.
Oh, and stoplights.
People don't
3
go.
seconds
You
all
know
the
how
time.
you know how when you're going left
Uh-huh.
and there's a yellow light, you always pull
Pull
out
into the. They don't do
Yeah.
it.
so that you can go.
Yeah.
They don't do that here.
I honk. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's
I've had a guy
crazy.
get out of the car. I was like, pull
They'll
into the
sit-
intersection.
yeah.
They're like, what
Establish
do you
your
mean?
dominance.
Yeah. It's like, what do you
Get
mean?
out there.
What do I mean? Get out
It's
there.
insane.
No.
Put yourself
hate
out
it.
there. He actually got out of the car.
You got out of the car.
So I hit somebody yesterday. He fucking my allergies been going crazy with all this new fucking weather.
Yeah, you sound like you're stopped up.
Yeah, man. And then yeah, it's great for comedy. But I was sneezing like crazy, and all the cars started going. So I thought everybody was going. So I couldn't see. I went. I fucking ran into the person in front of me.
Recently?
Yesterday.
Oh no,
Yeah.
is your car fucked up?
No, mine's fine. I have a Jeep with a big ass steel bumper.
Do you have
But-
full coverage?
Yeah, but yeah, her
Were
claim.
they pissy or?
She was kind of, but I didn't want the cops coming and stuff, so I was like, here's my insurance, here it is, let's get out of the way, let's go.
Yeah.
Because I had an Uber to deliver in the back too, so like.
Chad goes, listen, I'm white.
I'm like, that's gonna be fine.
I'm like, here's
We'll
the
get through
issue.
this, guys.
Let's go. And she goes, what do I do? I just call them and they'll take care of it. And that was it.
I had a SUV.
She's like, you have insurance?
That's impressive. I like that. I had an SUV and it had a trailer hitch on it, and I had a car rear end.
It fucks their car. I've had this happen.
And I was like, it was like 6 a.m. I was like, I don't
Your
care
car's
what
fine.
the damage is. I don't care. I put my window down. I was like, it's fine. I waved. I was like, I'm going. And I go, their bumper was on the
It's
trailer
still on it.
and pulled out.
You pull away.
I was
the
like,
shit.
I'm not stopping. This is still your fault, bro.
Dude, I drive. I'm on my second Chevy Silverado.
Yeah.
And both of them, I've had a receiver hitch, the ball hitch on the back. And I've had this happen with both vehicles. But I had just gotten that truck, and I was in the Ted Williams Tunnel in Boston. I used to work in the shipyard, and I was on my way home. And you want to talk about traffic? You know when they say bumper to bumper?
Yeah.
Like actually.
Well,
here they don't do that either. I was like, pull up, pull the
Dude,
fuck up, bro.
This is actual bumper to bumper, and we're in the Ted Williams Tunnel, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I just feel like and I'm like, oh motherfucker, so I throw it in park, I jump out, and I look, my truck was completely fine, and his bumper was just smashed in, and I go, we're good. I just left.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing they can say.
And knowing the guy goes,
Yeah. I wish I wouldn't have damaged her shit, but she had one of those little small, SUV things that it got her.
It got a little bit.
Yeah. But
You're like, pour some boiling water on it. Haven't you heard of YouTube? They teach you how to fix
well,
this.
the paint definitely.
The paint got-
Yeah.
would you mind if I pee real quick?
No, man, you go. It's straight back there by the far left corner over there. Cool. Far right corner, wherever it is.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just the
you'll see
corner.
it.
Don't piss in the corner, but you'll. Yeah.
But if you need to.
There's there's a bathroom. Keep on going to the left there.
Oh, I see it.
There it is. Yeah.
So I think we got to Monday so far.
Oh yeah. So I was gonna talk to you about your show last night. You did East Austin, right?
East Austin, yeah.
That was 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
You did 2 shows there, huh?
Yep.
That was a pretty cool. I saw there was a good crowd there.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk to him. Is like, do you move up as doorman here? Like you do it? Like I was like, I'm the doorman at East Austin. Can I get to Volk Creek and then Vulcan?
Oh
and
yeah. Well, I think he's like one of the head door guys.
Yeah.
There. I know he's got what's her name on what was her name? Chloe.
Chloe, yeah.
Yeah. She started working there this week.
Yeah. Well, the first show was really fun. Good crowd, laughed at a lot of shit, knew how to have fun. The second show, we had a party bus of college kids show up. Like, no shit, a party bus. I was like,
wow.
What do you guys do? And one of the comics said it. He's like, you guys rented a bus so you could drink on it, then went somewhere that's going to be dark and you can't talk? Are you fucking insane? And, like, a girl spilt a drink on another girl. People were falling asleep. Which I kind of like, because then I'm like, all right, I could take the guardrails completely off and say the most absurd, horrible stuff. And if I get a laugh here, I'm like, oh, I might have something there. Whereas, like, if I have a good audience and I could get a good tape or a show going, I'm like, I don't want to fuck with them. Whereas here, I was like, fuck it, whatever.
Did you try different things on each show? Or did you did 2 different shows pretty much?
Yeah. I think most of us, all except for maybe 2 or 3, which were more East Coast comics because they can do more mics in a night. So because they could do 4 or 5 mics in a night, they're like, oh, I do the same show 12 times a week.
Yeah.
And so the East Coast ones kind of stuck to their stuff, whereas like me and like 3 or 4 other guys switched it up a good amount. I tried some new bits on a few of my stuff. But like one guy, he mostly did crowd work.
Oh, really?
The first show. And then the second show, when everyone was like asleep, he was like deconstructing Disney movies. And they were just like, we don't know. Like they were so young. They're like, we haven't seen
any of the
animated Pinocchio or Lion King. Or
holy fuck, so he went way back.
Yeah, they were all like 21. And he's like, in the Lion King? And they're like, yeah, we saw it in Spanish class. We don't know what you're talking about. I was like, that's insane.
Wow. Yeah, it's talking about East Austin Comedy Club. He had a couple shows there 2 nights ago. But he also works the door there.
Oh, cool.
Talking about moving up as a door guy, what's the chances of going from East Austin to Vulcan?
Yeah, did you have to start at a lower club until you could get to Vulcan? Or
No, when I moved here, I just went over there and I just sort of like hit it off with like Munford and Marcus.
Yeah, Mumford's a cool guy.
And I was like, yeah, man, like, cause when my idea for moving here, I was like, I want to work at Vulcan.
Yeah.
And then they introduced me to the GM at the time, and he took my number down, and I kind of bugged him for like 2 weeks.
That's what I kind of did at East Austin.
Finally, one day he just goes, "Hey, can you come in tonight?" And my first night was working one of the Rogan and Friends.
Oh,
that's
nice.
sick.
Yeah.
And then I just started working there ever since.
That's cool.
But I've always done. I made my schedule based around the nights of the least open mics.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
smart.
I do Thursday through Sunday.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which are the least mics
Right.
that you can do. And then usually Sundays, for the longest time, we didn't even open on Sundays. So I would have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday
Okay.
to do open mics.
And you said you got here in 18?
No, I got here in 21.
21. So you were near the end of COVID.
Yeah, I got here in October.
Everything was reopening. And
everything was completely
so there was
open.
probably availabilities and stuff.
I remember one of my first weekends there after I started, we had a private event, and there was about 600 people in there for like a music corporate.
Wow.
Like they rented it out and had a DJ and a band. And I remember and there was no masks. And I remember because I had just got here from Boston.
Yeah.
So I remember I was standing in there, and I remember going, "Wow, this is real life.
Yeah. We're back."
This is real world. Like this normal."
See, luckily I never had to deal with that.
You went to Florida.
So we were working on a film, and Disney was like, "You're done. We can't film it. So pack it all up, go home." And so when I saw that, it was like I was like, all right, it's gonna get much worse very quickly. So I went plane ride to Syracuse to film. I got a call when I landed, being like, we got shut down. Took a Uber I took the train up. Got a call, took an Uber from the train station to the airport. The Uber driver was like, "Oh, train station, airport. You don't get that a lot." I was like, "Yeah, it's not a great day, bro. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not crushing it." Flew back to the city, rented a car, and packed up my girl and my dog, drove down to Florida, and then a month later we called and we're like, "We're gonna come up, get all our stuff, and we're done." But I wasn't in New York when everyone was masked and hand sanitizer.
Right.
I was gone.
You got out of there before that, yeah.
So I thought I was gonna be in Florida
all the
2 weeks.
rooftop stuff. And
No.
all that.
I did one when I came back and unpacked.
Oh, you had one outdoor.
One outdoor.
So just real quick, I gotta get going in a minute. But about the outdoor stuff, so I did a comedy show in my backyard back in Massachusetts. We rented a porta potty, brought that in, had we did gotta wear your mask, bring your own chair, and it was awesome. It was one of the coolest things because no one had really done anything like that at the time.
Well, you're also gonna get the cool people. The people that want to go out aren't totally afraid.
Yeah.
You know? So
And actually, the guy I was telling you that's the guy in Boston, Will Noonan.
Yeah.
He came.
He
came and did a spot.
Well, that's the other.
And we were all just so excited to have anything. We had maybe 12 people in the yard that weren't comics, and the rest were comedians.
Well, and it's one of those too. It's you get it. It gave you a weird opportunity to see your heroes.
It was cool. It was very cool.
Which, in that instance, is awesome.
Yeah.
So in the Comedy Store in LA, we would do shows up in the belly room. So it's 50 people room. It's only for new guys. But regulars could come up and take a spot, bump a spot.
Right.
And I was we all thought it was cool. And then after a couple months, I was this kind of sucks for us.
Yeah.
And everyone's why? I was well, we're doing these shows, and people, if you have a really good show and you want people to talk about you, that's awesome. But you can have the best show of your life, and then Sarah Silverman comes in. Everyone's only talking about the fact that they got a free Sarah Silverman in 10 minutes. So I was
yeah.
Get the fuck out of
Did you
our room.
perform at the Comedy Store?
Yeah, I did the main room for a contest.
Okay.
And then a lot of belly room shows.
Cool. Did you work there?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
No, I just would get on shit the same way you get on fucking anything.
Fuck
But it was a lot easier there.
Yeah.
You could get on a belly room show fairly easy. The OR was sacred ground.
Was Egith the manager at that time too?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It must have been.
Yeah, it was
he
back
was,
when
yeah.
Egith.
Because I think he's been there since 07 or something.
Right. No, he was there when I was there. I met him a few times, but I didn't. I don't know if he was still there in 18 because I know Rogan had started to leave at that time. And
well, it was like a really weird time too because it was when Mitzi was like really sick.
Right.
So like there was kind of like a pause where like I felt like they weren't really bringing in new people until something happened. So I was like, like, but it was fucking cool.
Everybody just kind of waiting for it to.
Well, you don't want to say it that way, but like it kind of felt that way. It was like, let's not change anything while she's still here. She likes everyone. Let's kind of keep it status quo. Which, I mean, she's a fucking comedy legend, and I think the lounge at Mothership's named after her.
I just rewatched that documentary again.
The
it's on
comedy store?
Showtime?
Yeah, on Showtime.
Yeah.
Such a well-made.
Dude, Nate
you watch
when he talks about it, nails it. That's exactly what it was like.
Did you watch that show, I'm Dying Up Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good with Andrew Santino.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. I thought they really hit it really well with that.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I wish that they would have been. I wish they would have kept it going.
And it's Benny. I mean, just that one, the mailman who just makes it as the main.
Oh right. Duke Clark. He's actually from Arkansas.
Oh yeah.
He they made that movie. Him and Vince Vaughn and Liam Hemsworth. It's called Arkansas.
Oh okay.
Oh yeah, I
John
saw it.
Malkovich is in it.
Guess who else was in a movie with Vince Vaughn?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Were you a stand-in?
No. I was his stand-in, but I also had a line.
Oh, you were his stand-in?
I was his stand-in.
That's so funny. I called that.
Same height,
yeah, no, I could tell.
Wait,
yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Oh, I thought
he's
he
like
was
6'4",
bigger.
6'5".
Oh, okay, I thought he was
He's
bigger.
taller. He's
What were
honest
you-
to God,
why were
he's
you
one of the
his-
funniest people you'll
Why
ever
were
meet.
you his stand-in? What did you do?
I
Was it on
knew the
Old School?
producers. No, it's called The Binge. It's on Hulu. They just
I
had a
know what
sequel
that
come
is.
out.
Yeah.
So you'll see me naked in it, and then you'll see me later. I have one line.
Why'd you stand in? Because he didn't want to be naked?
Yeah, he didn't want to. You just need a stand-in for like lights and stuff.
Will they set up the shots?
When they set up the lights and everything, they need
Oh,
someone
wait.
that. So like I would. Me
So
and
instead
him
of
were
him-
dressed in the same outfit
Oh,
every
and
day.
then he would come in.
Yeah, and then like because I was the stand-in, they gave me a role in the movie too.
Oh,
Like,
which
it was
was what?
I was, so it's like I was a flashback character. That's when you see me naked, and then like it's like where I am today, and I'm working at like a Taco Bell basically.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking watch that and look for you.
Right, which also I pitched, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll do it."
Was
I
the
like
part
that idea
already-
so much
Cool,
better.
man.
Yeah.
Was the part already there, or that's something you?
My original part, I was like a medic, because like it's about people taking drugs. Like every
Right.
drug's legal for one day. So I was like a medic, and so we cut it. Like I think we changed the scene to be like an alligator, and he has to put a donut on an alligator's head, which Vince was insane about. He was
Oh,
like,
wow.
"Yeah, I'm doing it," and we're like, "No, you cannot go."
So
in the,
Jackass style,
you
he's
cannot
going
go
in
in
with
the
the
cage
alligator?
with the alligator.
Holy
He's
shit.
like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do it." His mouth's taped. We're fine. And we're like, "No." I was like, also I lived in Florida. The most dangerous part's his tail. So that's
Oh
what you
wow.
know. Like,
Yeah.
and then he was like, because he wanted to do it, he kept being like, "Zach, jump in there, so we could get the lights right."
Holy
I'm
shit,
not-
he's making
I'm not
you get
jumping
in there?
But
cool.
$10 an hour is not making me jump in the fucking alligator
that's
pit.
it.
Yeah.
But for $10 an hour, Vince Vaughn knows your name.
Yeah, no, he's super nice. We saw like 10 of us went to see Joker, and we got like all like, because he was in Starsky and Hutch, and
Yeah.
Todd Phillips directed both of them.
Oh wow.
So, and then the director, producer, writer did the breakup with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
And so we went to see the Joker, and we got there a little early. We all got our snacks and stuff, and then he came in and he was like, "All right, popcorn and Raisinets for everyone." And we're like, "No, we all got our snacks, Vince. We're good." He's like, "Great, I need 8 popcorns and 8 Raisinets."
Oh shit. I gotta do something here. Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
"I guess there's no telling you." But we went to rival high schools.
Oh wow.
So he found that out, and he was like, "All right, bitch boy." Like, it's
Oh,
like, yeah, man.
nice.
Like, so we talked shit because he went to Lake Forest, I went to Libertyville.
He seems like he'd be like an actual just fun hang.
Dude, honest, like of all the like famous, hilarious comedians I've been around, Vince Vaughn, who doesn't do stand up, he's so quick and so like he would stay up till like 2 a.m. writing and rewriting the script and like pushing jokes. And then we'd get on set and he'd have stuff off the cuff. He'd have all new, like, there's a scene where he goes in the locker room and is like making fun of the kid. He's like the principal of the school. And he goes in the locker room and he's making fun of the guys in the locker room. If they ever release that deleted footage, it is the funniest fucking shit. He had a new 5 minutes every time he walked in.
Hell yeah.
It's so funny.
just riffing.
Yeah, just riffing, just...
Wow.
We ran out of battery. Like,
Yeah,
we're like,
he,
our cameras don't have battery. We got stop.
I've heard he like loves comedy. He's friends with Steve Byrne.
Well, he used to do the Wild West comedy show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he used to like put on like big names and stuff.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, he fucking loves it.
Yeah, because he produced Steve Byrne's movie, that opening act.
Okay.
Yeah, which was very good if you're a nerd about comedy.
Huh, I have not seen that one.
It's good, man. Jimmy O Yang is like, he like plays an open micer who's trying to get a hosting gig.
He plays a lot of open micers.
Jimmy O Yang?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's been open micer.
That and then the guy in Silicon Valley.
Well, but
that's him, right? I'm not.
Yeah,
okay.
that's him. But
he pull a
I've never
racism.
seen Silicon Valley.
Oh, really?
That's
That's a fun one.
It's a good show.
Yeah. The he played open micer in I want to say Funny People or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I haven't seen that since it came out.
Yeah.
Is he not in I'm Dying Up Here too?
He might be. It's one of those two. But yeah. I don't know. But everybody's in that.
His Amazon special was really fucking funny.
Yeah, no, that dude is.
I like that a lot.
He is a funny guy.
Well, and especially like I only knew him in Silicon Valley, where he plays like the most. He's like a straight off the boat Chinese kid.
Oh, okay.
So he's like accent, poor English, and then
But-
he comes on and he's.
I think that character is Hans Kim. I think that character, that Hans Kim, his job was to infiltrate American comedy, get to Joe Rogan, and get on an American podcast, and
do exactly
what he's fucking doing. Yeah, I think that's his Chinese operative or his Asian operative is to infiltrate the GRE.
I don't know if I'm
experience.
wrong for this, but watching him with his fucking bike helmet is the funniest thing in the world to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on a show. I'll go do a show here in a little bit. I usually do the other
Day
people with Hans Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
They're still doing that with South by?
yeah, I asked. Yeah, I asked.
Who's the host or the guest tonight?
I don't know who the guest is, but Sam said they're definitely doing it. So, yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah. But it'd be. I don't know. I have a good time. He treats me like Hans on the show. Basically, I'm the Hans of his show sometimes when I get up there. I get to be his punching bag, for him. But it's good.
Well, see, and that's good. I brought extra snacks. You could put on some weight and be a better punching bag.
Yeah, man, that's what I need. I need more weight.
Yeah.
That's one thing people say about you. You just don't look fat enough.
Fucking cookies. You
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Yeah, I like cookies.
Everyone likes cookies. No one doesn't like cookies.
Yeah.
So you gotta get going, bro?
Yeah, dude. I gotta go.
Do you wanna outro us?
I appreciate you guys having me on. This was a lot
I was
of
just gonna
fun.
let him walk out. We can just fucking continue.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, is that what you wanna do?
No, I'm kidding, brother.
But I think before I go, I might have to take a shit in your toilet.
Oh yeah. Well, Eli Halpert took a shower in my shower. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
So if you
sense.
want to do that, you need to
Yeah,
wash your
it's
beard.
just open up.
yeah.
Yeah, we can just do whatever
Might
you
have
need.
to wash my ass after this.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts before?
See, if you would have cookies, you wouldn't have to have that problem.
Yeah.
Fucking salami and cheese, this motherfucker. What are you gonna?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind, follow my podcast on Instagram, high_noon_pod. I'm at Mason Smith Comedian. And you can go to our YouTube channel, The High Noon Podcast. Got a bunch of good episodes on there. And please get tickets April 28th to Midnight Mass at Vulcan Gas Company.
Yeah, Midnight Mass. Check them out. That's with Munford
Me
also.
and Munford Davis,
Yep.
who you're going to see here next
In
week
April?
or
2 weeks.
next
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, first
It's
week
weird. I don't
April.
know what. It's like April 2nd. I was like, oh, that's like 6 months away. It's like, no,
It's a couple
a
weeks.
week and a half.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, all right.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, brother, I appreciate you coming
Thank you,
out. We've been ATX Comedy Review. Thank you for joining us, man. ChadO, Zach Leboza, Leboza,
Whatever. No one cares.
Leboza.
It's a made-up name, anyways.
Yeah, and well, if you're gonna do it right. And Mason Smith, guys, thank you so much for coming out. We're out.